Hey Mo Crew, I'm out here planning on doing another project. Something that really want to do is I've been getting into kind of like a little bit of bushcraft lately. Trying to plan my next project, and my next project I want to be making is doing my own custom tomahawk. So what I did online, since I'm not a smith and I don't really know any metal work whatsoever, except for maybe some welding. But I mean, you need to have metal to do that anyhow, and the equipment. So I went ahead and went online and I bought a tomahawk, old English style. So like late 18th century, early 19th century, Native American and meets English colonial, tool grade tomahawk. I just ordered the head, so what I'm out here doing is trying to find a 18-inch or a 22-inch piece of hardwood that will work for making my tomahawk handle. I know it's going to be any of the wood that I'm going to be finding. It needs to be about inch and 3/4 in diameter. That way I can shave it and make it fit right, make the tomahawk head fit right. So that's what I'm doing here in the woods. So hopefully while I'm out here I can find a nice live piece of wood. So like maybe even some buckthorn. Buckthorn would probably be the perfect thing for it, because buckthorn's nice and solid, and whenever you cut in the buckthorn, it has that moist inner piece and everything. So when that thing dries, it becomes really solid, and you gotta shape it before it becomes dry. So that'd be a really good hardwood piece that I'd like to make the tomahawk handle out of. But I'm gonna try finding two pieces, so if one gets cut and I shape it wrong or whatever, I have another one to spare. So we'll be going through this together. Alright, this stuff's dead. This would be the right thickness right here, but this piece right here is dead. So it's already too dry. Let's see. Go deeper into the woods, see what I can find. Alright, it looks like to me I found the perfect piece. So, I mean, I don't really have a saw blade with me right now. This is buckthorn, nobody's gonna care about it. So, it's kind of an invasive tree species anyway. It's perfectly straight, and it is 1.25 inches in diameter, which is the perfect thing and exactly what I'm looking for. And it's alive, so this will be easy to whittle down into nothing and shape it, making sure it's a little wider at the top and a little narrower at the base. That way we can slide the tomahawk head over the top of it. I'm gonna get something out to market. Okay, Mo Crew, so here we have it. We have the piece that I was looking for. Super straight, nice and solid. As you can see, it doesn't have any of that corky stuff that's on the inside, so it's gonna be just the right type of material that I'm needing to make that tomahawk handle. So this is gonna be perfect. Alright, so here we have the piece of wood that I'm gonna be using for the tomahawk handle. It's not cut to 22 inches yet, but right now I'm going to do some shaping. I'm going to be getting rid of these knots right up on top right here, and then I'll be using my Dremel tool to get rid of those. I'll do like a short little video of how I'm going to shave these off and then reshape it, and I'm going to let this thing dry, and then I'll cut it to the right length. So this should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this whole project. Alright, so here we have the proper dimensions. I'm going to be taking a little bit off at the curve. But here we have, let's see. Alright, so here we have tape measure. Starting right here, all the way to exactly where I want it, 22 inches. So I'm just going to cut off about 3 inches. So I'm going to try keeping the wider end
and the narrower end is going to be exactly where I need it to be. I might even just make this an 18-inch tomahawk. That's competition standard, so whenever I decide to throw, let's see. Oh my, 18 inch. Oh my. Well, it looks like 18 inches is actually gonna work. 18 inches is kind of like the straighter part, so looks like that's what we're gonna do. Got this far now. Here I have the narrower end of the stick, or I guess you could say the tomahawk handle. After hours of whittling and shaping with my skinning knife, I have it now to where there's a skinny end where I can put the tomahawk head through this area and then form it and shape it to the top. I can hand it to the top, so now it's perfectly equal. That kind of like rustic looking. Looks pretty good. If this one doesn't work, I still have the other piece of wood, kind of like I planned. If it doesn't work, no big deal. I can just reshape another piece. And on a good note, I did get some stuff inside my Bushcraft tinder pouch. Some wood shavings along with my my lint from the dryer. So this is going to be a very, very good fire starting stuff right here as far as, you know, tinder and kindling. So I'm just preparing for the winter with this new tinder pouch. Or I guess I could say my old tinder pouch, but I just have new contents. So here goes nothing. I can't wait for that late 18th century tool grade steel tomahawk head to come in the mail. So it'll be soon, and pretty soon we'll have a brand new custom made tomahawk. Alrighty, moment of truth. The tomahawk head finally came in the mail. I'm going to be unboxing it right now. Moment of truth. Well, here it is. Alright, so this looks like it is going to fit. Here is the 18th century style English pipe tomahawk. So pretty much the likes of what was used in the French and Indian War, Revolutionary War, and the westward sweep of the frontier. So this handmade tomahawk handle, here goes nothing. So it stops at this point right here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to kind of shave a little bit off of this stick, and then once it gets to this point right up here, I'm going to go ahead and fit it and fit it nice and tight, and then go ahead and start sanding and staining, and pretty soon we'll have our own little homemade custom tomahawk. Here we have it, my 18th century Native American tomahawk. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of like finishing off this part right here. This is a tooling mistake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Dremel tool to that, and then I'm going to be putting some designs, and I'm going to be staining the tomahawk handle. Alright guys, now we have a functional tomahawk that you see here. It's all smoothened out. I took some 220 grit sandpaper and smoothed this thing out. Now we have ourselves a functional tomahawk. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to be kind of personalizing this thing, and it doesn't get as personal as making your own, you know, ordering your head, and then making your own handle and everything. But I'm going to personalize it just a little bit by giving it some distress and putting some burn rings to make it a little more decorated. Alright, so here we are searing it just a little bit. Alright. Get this side just a little bit more. Afterwards, we're going to stain it. The best thing to do after this is done is just let the wood sit. Alright, I'm just going to do 3 stripes on there. Alright, next, I'm going to be taking some Rust-Oleum wood stain, dark walnut. This stuff does take in about an hour, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take a piece of this paper towel, this corner, right here, and open up the can, and get started on staining. Alright, time to get started. Alright, so while letting this stain dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this leftover turkey feather that I have from last season to the throat of the Tomahawk. Gives it the extra look and everything. Also, while it's drying, I also added this for, you know, putting whatever you want on it. So you have like a few options and everything. So this is gonna be a nice 18th century looking Ojibwe Tomahawk. Alright, so I got these guys off right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this deer tendon cord and attach it to this. Hey everyone, so the Tomahawk is finished. Take a peek at it. I let it dry for an hour, and then I put the turkey feather that of the turkey that I killed last year on there. So I saved some feathers just for crafts kind of like this and stuff like that and DIY. So let me know what you guys think of my creation, and let me know if you guys are going to be doing something similar. Leave those comments in the video. Alright, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.